Hello everyone, welcome to Balaji Chemistry classes. In this video, we are going to come across about a very important concept, that is aromaticity. Okay, now how to say the given compound is aromatic compound or a not aromatic compound? In this video we will come across. Okay, first aromaticity means what we will come across. So whenever I am saying aromatic compound, in your mind the benzene will come, because the well-known aromatic compound is benzene. Benzene and their analogues are having a sweet smell. The meaning of aroma is sweet smell. So based on that sweet smell, the further compounds, the given name is aromatic compounds. But later on it is found that all aromatic compounds are not having sweet smell, and all sweet smell producing compounds are not aromatic. So for this type of category of compounds, the name aromatic is itself wrong. Okay, so that's what we need to come across. What is that actually aromaticity means what? See, you can see the example. Okay, Saraswati always may not be a good student. Okay, now Prashanti cannot be always peaceful. And you can take boys' names also. Let us take Vijay Kumar is there. He may not success always. Means what? There is no relation between name and their behavior. Now here also, actually aromaticity means what? You can see the board here. The unsaturated compounds which undergoes electrophilic substitution reactions instead of addition reactions. Okay, so the compound must be unsaturated. Being an unsaturated compound, it should participate in addition reactions, because by addition reactions, unsaturated compounds will be converted into saturated compounds. But here, some type of unsaturated compounds are there. They are undergoing electrophilic substitution reactions instead of what? Addition reactions. This phenomenon is called what? Aromaticity. Okay. Now here we need to come across that what are the unsaturated compounds? Why they are participating in electrophilic substitution reactions instead of addition reactions, we need to come across. Okay now see the board here everyone. First we will come across what are unsaturated compounds and how to calculate their DBE means what? Double bond equivalence, or degree of unsaturation. Du is called degree of unsaturation, or you can say index of deficiency of hydrogen. IDH is what? Index of deficiency of hydrogen. Means a pair of hydrogens, how many are less when compared to their saturated hydrocarbon? Saturated hydrocarbons are called what? Alkanes. The general formula of alkane is what? CnH2n plus 2. When compared to their corresponding alkane, how many pair of hydrogens are less? That is called what? Double bond equivalence, or you can say degree of unsaturation, or you can say index of deficiency of hydrogen. Now let us check. I said you already well-known aromatic compound is benzene. Its molecular formula is C6H6. Now for this benzene, how to calculate this double bond equivalence, or we can say degree of unsaturation or index of deficiency of hydrogen, how to calculate will come across. There are different formulas to calculate this double bond degree of unsaturation. Now you can see the first formula, 2n into plus 2 number of hydrogens minus number of hydrogens in given compound by 2. Okay, that you can see here n is what? Number of carbon atoms. Now let us take the benzene molecular formula C6H6. Here if you substitute n plus 6, so how many hydrogens should be there here? 2 into 6 plus 2, that is 14, minus 6. In given benzene, how many hydrogens are there? 6 are there. So you will get a double bond equivalency is what? 4. Okay now, or in simply this degree of unsaturation we can find number of pi bonds plus number of cyclic rings. Let you can see the structure of benzene. In structure of benzene, number of pi bonds are how many? 3 pi bonds are there, and cyclic ring is what? 1. So 3 plus 1, you will get so the degree of unsaturation of benzene is how much? 4. So there is one more formula to calculate this degree of unsaturation. You can see the board here, sigma n into V minus 2 by 2 plus 1. Okay, sigma is one summation of number of atoms. N is what? Number of atoms. V is its common valency minus 2 by 2 plus 1. Let me explain with example. Let us take benzene molecule only. Benzene formula is what? C6H6. So how I wrote here, you can observe 6 carbons are there. Okay, this 6 is what? Number of carbons into this 4 is what? Valency. N is number of atoms, and V is what? Common valency of that atom minus 2. So number of carbons are 6 in benzene. Okay, in this carbon common valency is what? 4. Carbon is fourth group. Its carbon, its common valence is 4. So 4 minus 2 plus here number of hydrogens are how many? 6. That is 6 into common valence of hydrogen 1. 1 minus 2 by 2 plus 1. So you can calculate. So you will get that degree of unsaturation of benzene is how much? 4. So 4 minus 2, that is 2. 2 into 6 is how much? 12. And 1 into minus 2, minus 1. So minus 6. 12 minus 6 is how much? 6. 6 by 2 is what? 3. 3 plus 1, 4. So by using any formula, so we will get the same degree of unsaturation. Okay. Now you can see that one more example. That is a cube I represented here. So here 8 carbons are there in the cube. You can see each carbon indicates one carbon atom. Okay, now 8 carbons are there. So there is a number of carbons are 8. And every carbon is having 3 bonds already. So the one more is what? Hydrogen. So the molecular formula of cube is what? C8H8. Now you can find its degree of unsaturation. 8 carbons are there. 8 into common valence of carbon 4 minus 2 plus hydrogens are how many? 8. 8 into 1 minus 2. So you will get the degree of unsaturation of cube is how much? 5. So by using any of these 3 formulas we can calculate degree of unsaturation. Now we find the degree of unsaturation in benzene, how much it is found to be? 4. Means there is lot of unsaturation in benzene. Okay, when lot of unsaturation is there in benzene, it should undergo what? It should undergo addition reactions actually. But benzene undergoes electrophilic substitution. So these type of compounds are called what? Aromatic compounds. What you can say the compounds are called? Aromatic compounds. But by seeing the molecular formula, we can find this double bond equivalence. But we cannot know that either it undergoes electrophilic substitution reaction or it undergoes addition reaction. That's what Huckel given one rule. Based on that Huckel's rule, we can explain that a given compound is a aromatic compound or non-aromatic compound. Okay. So first, before that, you can take the screenshot of this one. We will continue. Here only we will discuss what is Huckel's rule, how to say the given compound is aromatic or not. You can take the screenshot. Okay, you took the screenshot now. Let me erase the board. Now, according to Huckel's rule, how to say the given compound is aromatic compound, or it is a non-aromatic compound, or it is a anti-aromatic compound. I will explain here. So, concentrate here. This concept is very important. In every JEE mains and NEET exam you can take. So, every year almost we are getting one question based on this aromaticity concept. Okay, so that's what you can concentrate here. Now let me explain. According to Huckel's rule, the rule is called what? Huckel's rule. According to this Huckel's rule, how to come across the given compound is, okay, there are aromatic compounds, okay na, and we can say that anti-aromatic compound and non-aromatic compound. Let me explain what is aromatic compound and anti-aromatic compound and non-aromatic compound. See the board everyone. According to this Huckel's rule, we can explain the compounds into aromatic, anti-aromatic and non-aromatic. See the board everyone. Now first you can check that the compound must be cyclic. Okay, so cyclic compound and it is planar. Okay, see by seeing the compound we can say it is cyclic or it is a open chain compound easily. Now how can we say that a given compound is planar, sir? You can ask. If every carbon atom present in that molecule is having sp2 hybridization, we can say that molecule is what? Planar. Which compounds will become aromatic? First it should be cyclic and the compound must be planar. After that you should have conjugation. What should be there? Conjugation. Now already you know that alternate arrangement of pi bonds. Okay, let us see sigma pi bond, sigma bond, pi bond, sigma bond, pi bond. Or you can see pi bond, single bond, positive charge, pi bond, single bond, negative charge, pi bond, single bond, non-bonding electron pairs, pi bond, single bond and unpaired electron is there. It is called what? Conjugation. If a molecule is cyclic, planar and is having conjugation, after that we need to check that is it contains 4n plus 2 pi electrons or not. 4n plus 2 pi electrons. You can ask what is this 4n plus 2 pi electrons are. Here n can be 0, 1, 2, 3 and so on. If you substitute in the place of n 0, you will get 6 pi electrons. So if you in place of n you can 0 you can substitute, you will get 2 pi electrons. 1 you can substitute 6, 10, 14, 18. These are called what? 4n plus 2 pi electrons. You remember this one? 4n plus 2 pi electrons means what? If a molecule is having 2, 6, 10, 14, 18, 22 and so on. If these number of pi electrons are there, we can say that the molecule is having 4n plus 2 pi electrons. Okay. Now cyclic compound and it's a planar compound having conjugation. After that I can check that if the molecule is having 2, 6, 10, 14, 18 pi electrons, that molecules are said to be aromatic. Let me give one example here. Here I am writing one example. This is cyclopropene. If it is a positive charge, this compound is called what? Cyclopropynyl cation. Cyclopropynyl cation. Now you can see this compound is cyclic. First condition is satisfied. It is a planar compound because you see double bonded carbon is having sp2 hybridization. This carbon also will have sp2 hybridization, and this carbon also is having sp2 hybridization. So it is a planar molecule. And there is a conjugation also. Double bond, single bond, positive charge means what is there? Conjugation is there. And how many pi bonds are there? 1 pi bond is there. So here how many pi electrons are there? 2 pi electrons are there. Is it clear to you? So it is a cyclic compound, planar compound, and there is a conjugation. And pi electrons are how many? 2. 2 means what? It is 4n plus 2 pi electrons. That's what this compound cyclopropynyl cation, okay, is a aromatic compound. Now come to here. What is anti-aromatic compound? Okay, it is a cyclic compound, and here also there will be planarity. Planar is there. Planarity is there, and you can see here conjugation is also there. But the molecule is having what? 4n pi electrons. Molecule is having what? 4n pi electrons. So here you can see already you know that n is equal to 0, 1, 2, 3 and so on. If you substitute n0, it will become 0. N1 you can take 4 pi electrons, 8 pi electrons, 12 pi electrons, 16 pi electrons. If these number of pi electrons are there, so we can say that it is having 4n pi electrons. Cyclic planar conjugated molecule, if it is having 4n pi electrons, then the compound is said to be what? Anti-aromatic. Now let me give the example here. Suppose you can take here cyclopropynyl anion. This molecule is what? Cyclopropynyl anion. Cyclopropynyl anion. Now you can see the compound is cyclic. Okay, cyclic structure is there, and all the carbons are undergoing sp2 hybridization. So planarity is there. Double bond, single bond, non-bonding electrons are there here. Okay, now minus charge means 2 electrons. So it is having conjugation. After that you can count 1 pi bond is there. 1 pi bond means what? 2 pi electrons. 1 pi bond means what? 2 pi electrons. And non-bonding electrons also will involve in this resonance. Every this aromatic compound or every conjugated compound will undergo mesomeric effect, and they exhibit resonance structures. In the resonance structures, this right lone pair of electrons also will involve. So you need to count that electrons also. That electrons, whatever they are participating in conjugation, you need to consider into the pi electrons. 2 non-bonding electrons are there. Total becomes how many? 4. That's what this cyclopropynyl anion is having 4n pi electrons. So the compound is what? Anti-aromatic. Now come to this one, non-aromatic. It is a cyclic compound and it is a non-planar. Non-planar. It may have 4n plus 2 pi electrons, or it may have 4n pi electrons. If the compound is non-planar, if the compound is what? Non-planar, then the compound comes under what? Non-aromatic compound. Now see the example. Let us take cyclopropene. This is what? Cyclopropene. Now when you take cyclopropene, 1 pi bond is there, 2 pi electrons are there. So right here 4n plus 2 pi electrons are there. So don't write it is a aromatic compound, because not only 4n plus 2 pi electrons. First condition is what? It should be cyclic, planar. After that conjugation should be there. After these 3 conditions we need to check that it should have this 4n plus 2 pi electrons. Now come to this compound, 2 pi electrons are there. But first condition is cyclic or not? It is a cyclic compound. Now you can check it should be what? Planar. But here you can take this compound. If this carbon is undergoing sp2 hybridization, this carbon also undergoing sp2 hybridization. But the hybridization of this carbon is what? sp3. So when sp3 carbon is there, it is a non-planar. So cyclopropene is a non-planar compound. That's what it comes under what? Non-aromatic compound. What is this compound comes under? Non-aromatic compound. Is it clear to you? Like this, a given compound is aromatic or anti-aromatic or non-aromatic, we can explain based on this Huckel's rule. Is it clear to you? These three examples. Okay, cyclic planar conjugated molecule contains 4n plus 2 pi electrons is said to be aromatic. If 4n pi electrons are said to be anti-aromatic, and if it is non-planar, then the compound is said to be what? Non-aromatic. Like this way, easily we can explain that given compound is aromatic or not aromatic by using this Huckel's rule. Okay, I will give the examples so you can take the screenshot of the board. Okay, now make it fast. Right, let me give some examples. You can solve these examples. I will give numbers to them. And if you are having any doubts, you can message me. Right, let me give the examples. You took the screenshot now. Right. So for all these examples, I will give the numbers in chat box. You can ask the doubts if you have any doubts. Okay, now let me give some examples here. This is cyclobutadiene. Okay, this is cyclobutadienyl cation, and this is cyclobutadienyl dianion. Okay, so you can take one more compound. This is cyclopentadiene, and you can take cyclopentadienyl cation. And this is cyclopentadienyl anion. Next you can take, this is benzene, and you can take cycloheptatriene. Next example you can take cycloheptatrienyl cation, cycloheptatrienyl anion you can take. Let me give one more compound. This is cyclooctatetraene, and you can take cyclodecapentaene. These compounds you can find either they are aromatic or not. If you have any doubts, you can ask in the chat box. Okay, now. So hope you understood what is aromaticity and how can you say that a given compound is aromatic or not. Okay, now. So like this video and subscribe my channel for getting updates. Okay, thank you for watching the video.